Hello there, good morning and welcome to your election poll center. This is ABC Headline. I'm Eric Chunibo Melo. Coming up in the headlines. The 40th Farmers' Day celebration to be marked today. We will go to the association and bring you details on that as well. Still to come in the headlines, the recall of Parliament to see government spending business ended in a deadlock again as Speaker Bagbin adjourned the sitting for the second time following the vacant seat controversy. Also in the headlines, the Electoral Commission has assured settling concerns raised by the voters register statistics. We have these and many more coming up shortly. To stay with us. On YouTube, ABC News GH. Do also follow us there. You can log on to abcnewsgh.com on our website for more news as well. Let's begin with the first story. The Peasant Farmers Association of Ghana have raised concerns about challenges faced by the country's agricultural sector and urged the government to shift focus from ceremonial events to addressing critical issues. According to the association, while it was important to recognize farmers' effort through awards, these celebrations have failed to translate into real solutions. In a statement congratulating farmers on occasion of the 40th Farmers' Day celebration, the PFAG called for a redirection of resources meant for ceremonial events to address the issues that affect farmers on the ground. Quoting, "On this Farmers' Day, we will want the government to address resources, attention and energy towards resolving these pressing issues," unquote. Now, part of the statement read, the dedication of these farmers, the government have also failed to implement meaningful reforms. Now, farmers continue to struggle with high cost of production, inadequate agriculture infrastructure and insufficient irrigation facilities, inadequate storage, poor roads and limited market infrastructure. The statement also read. Now, the association also expressed disappointment in the government's response to the agricultural sector's challenges. The association further criticized the government for its lack of action on pressing issues, including the high cost of input, poor roads, inadequate irrigation facilities, and limited access to mechanization services. Still on farmers' celebration, Eco-Conscious Citizens Environmental Group have also called on the government to show genuine concern for the plight of farmers across the country by uprooting the canker of galamsey in the country. A statement released by the group urged and argued that the government is laying lip service to farmers nationwide. The statement says while the government is claiming to address the concern of farmers, on the hand, it's supervising the destruction of water bodies and farmlands through galamsey activities. The statement reads, quoting, "We face an existential threat from illegal mining, but the current administration and the opposition parties appear more focused on empowering small-scale miners than on protecting farmlands and the livelihoods of farmers and fishermen. They appear to ignore food security concern," unquote. Eco-Conscious Citizens further called on the government to deploy the police and military to remove all miners and mining equipment from our water bodies, forest reserves and farmlands. And they are asking for the repeal of LI 2462 to ensure that there is no mining or logging in forest reserves or global significant biodiversity areas, and pause small-scale or community mining and stop issuing of licenses. Away from that, let's move straight to the Electoral Commission, where the Deputy Chairman in charge of Corporation Service at the Electoral Commission, Dr. Bosman Asare, has assured the public that detailed summaries of the voter register will be available, including to political parties, by Monday, 11th November. He stated that the EC technicians are working around the clock to extract the various summaries, which will soon be accessible to the general public. although the Commission is not obligated by any legal provisions to provide such data to political parties, Dr. Asare explains that all statistics released to the voter register for the 2024 presidential and parliamentary election can be queried from the certified register, which the Commission has already supplied to political parties. Now, several political parties led by the National Democratic Congress have requested a detailed breakdown, including the total number of registered voters, transferred votes, and constituency and regional voter population, a priority list, and various other specifics to enable them verify the credibility of the register. Away from that, let's move to the Ashanti region. An escalation, an altercation broke out on Thursday, November 7, when Kofi Asamoah, the National Democratic Congress parliamentary candidate for the Asante Akim North constituency, arrived at the Agogo-based Salt FM to demand a retraction and apology from a show host over alleged defamatory statement. According to Asamoah, the morning show host Anopa Bosio, Samuel Champon, had received financial support and resources from the incumbent New Patriotic Party, a member of parliament, to fund his campaign. The comments sparked concern among NDC supporters who informed Asamoah of the allegations after unsuccessfully addressing the issue during the program's call-in segment. Asamoah, accompanied by the supporters, went to Salt FM to confront the matter in person. However, he was prevented from entering the studio during the live broadcast, leading to a confrontation with the station staff. Salt FM's news department head Stephen Apieni confirmed the incident, stating that while there was no injuries were reported, the station has filed an official complaint with the police. Asamoah denied claims that he arrived with thugs or weapons and threatened to pursue legal actions against Salt FM. He also accused the station's owners, who is an incumbent parliamentary candidate in the constituency, of using the platform to tarnish his image. Let's go to Parliament, where the Majority Leader Alexander Afenyo-Markin has strongly criticized the Minority Caucus in Parliament for allegedly attempting to sabotage the payment of the public servants' salaries amid the ongoing parliamentary impasse. Afenyo-Markin's comments came after Speaker of Parliament Alban Kingsford-Bagbin adjourned the House indefinitely on Thursday, November 7, due to a lack of business for the lawmakers to deliberate on. This was also attributed to the failure of the Business Committee to meet the the necessary agenda.
Statesmanship. Yes. We want Mr. Speaker to know that although we were not happy on the day he was elected, some of our colleagues perhaps has seen something good in him. It wasn't the NDC that put him there for him to do the bidding of the NDC. Perhaps people felt that he could be someone who will bring all of us together. Yes. There are things that we cannot say into the camera. But Mr. Speaker is hurting democracy. Yes. What Mr. Speaker is doing is to rehearse what the NDC is likely to do should they lose power, to bring chaos, to cause confusion. How can Mr. Speaker say that he respects the Constitution, but he will not subject himself to the dictates of the judiciary? How can you say that the judiciary is in collusion, is colliding with the president, and you mention the president as a person, as an individual? How? What Mr. Speaker is doing is in bad faith traits. Statesmanship. We want Mr. Speaker to know.
And that was the NPP leader, Afenyo Markins. Away from that, let's move straight to the Kusau people. Now, the Kusau People's Congress held a press conference yesterday to address the ongoing Boko conflict. Speaking at the press conference, the Kusau People's Congress President, Reverend Professor Azuma, stated that Boko was peaceful before Nana Addo Dankwa and Bawumia came to power, but they have managed to play politics with the conflict to their favor. Derek Kumikisiedu has more in this story.
Has held the press conference yesterday at the International Press Center in Accra to address the ongoing Boko conflict, which reignited after the return of Saidu Abagri, a rival chief appointed by the Nairi. Abagri, who had been exiled since February 2023 due to an arrest warrant over his contested installation as chief in Nairegu, was allowed to return after Kumasi High Court overturned the warrant on October 17, 2024. The president of Kusau People's Congress, Reverend Professor John Azuma, speaking at the conference, stated that the Akufo-Addo Bawumia government is responsible for the ongoing conflict in Boko.
Since November 2021, people brazenly commit crimes in broad daylight, film themselves, and share on social media. Yet not a single person has been arrested or apprehended and successfully prosecuted. The Akufo-Addo Bawumia government is therefore fully, I want to underline fully, responsible for the ongoing bloodshed in Boko and other parts of the Upper East region, and in Walawale, the hometown of the Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
The president of Kusau further stated that the people of Mamprusi have no respect for the rule of law just because they have their own in government, which is the Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
And in both instances, the Mamprusis defied the court, they defied it. Similarly, in 2021, the Mamprusis defied a court order injunction to perform a funeral. These are three: 1958, 2003, and 2021. They have defied and refused to accept any of these court orders. These are clear indications that the Mamprusis have no regard whatsoever for the rule of law and court rulings. They have proven that it is either their way or the highway which they have in Walawale that they shoot people at.
Derek Kumikisiedu reporting for ABC News Ghana.
Or the highway.
Away from that, the Member of Parliament for Medina constituency, Francis Xavier Sosu, and 4 other MPs have introduced a private members' bill in Parliament to repeal the 10% withholding tax on winning from betting and gaming. In a letter dated November 7 to the Clerk of Parliament, the MPs highlighted the importance of this move, citing the current economic difficulties and the need for policies that alleviates the financial burden on Ghanaians. They argued that the tax on gaming winnings exacerbates financial challenges and limits the economic choices of citizens, especially in light of the economic impact of domestic debt exchange program. And that's all for the package today on ABC Headlines. We're taking a quick break. We'll be back shortly. once again, we are reminding you that we are your election poll center. We say vote and not violence. Let's do some more news here before we go. And now the Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, has launched the National Credit Scoring System, branded as Microcredit Score. Now, this groundbreaking initiative aims to transform credit access for Ghanaians, providing a streamlined cash-free way to make purchase and fostering a culture of financial responsibility. The Microcredit Score System, which has been developed in collaboration with private sector partners, introduces a credit scoring model designed to make it easier for citizens to secure loans and financing.